As you can see from the title, today we are talking about eyebrows, which I feel is like a topic that has got left in 2016, 2017. That's when we all kind of discovered, ooh, if I put makeup in my eyebrows, I'm just gonna look. Such a beautiful way to frame the face, but no one talks about it anymore. In makeup tutorials, they're always usually done before they get on camera. I don't find it boring. Eyebrows are one of my favorite, so today we're going to talk about grooming them and how I like to style them in 2024. Let's do it. You're going to need a few things if you want to do your own eyebrows at home. You need a little eyebrow brush or a spoolie, some tweezers that are good that can really grip the hair. You're going to need some scissors, just some small scissors. To tell you the truth, I have used kitchen scissors before, up to you. And then you're also going to need a thin makeup brush, anything that's thin and you can get a straight line. I use either a lip liner or I have an eyeliner here. And I have 3 rules before we get into this. Do not over pluck, don't be heavy-handed, and take your time. I was very lucky as a younger person to get my eyebrows done. My mom was always like, don't touch your eyebrows, we will get them done. Eyebrow waxing was like, what, $15 back then? You can still get them threaded. That's also a really beautiful shape. The shape that I'm inspired by today is the Anastasia Beverly Hills shape guide. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. And it really is just kind of what I'm going to do today. Go with the natural shape of my eyebrow, just cleaning it up. I haven't had my eyebrows done for a while, so there's definitely lots to do. If you're nervous about shaping your eyebrows, get them done professionally first and then just keep up with them at home. It will really help with cost, or I don't know, sometimes I'm just lazy and don't want to do it. You know, not every hair has to be plucked. Doesn't have to be the most perfect, but definitely when you're doing your makeup, you can tell the little eyebrow hairs under or above. It just doesn't make the makeup look as sharp. And if that's what you want, that's what you want, and that's amazing, but that's not what I'm going for. So I'll show you how I map out my eyebrows. And what we're going to do is map out where the eyebrow starts, the arch, and the end. I usually don't touch the end, but sometimes there is just a few eyebrow hairs that are like hanging out, having a good time down here, and we don't need them. So your Q is the side of your nostril, and you hold it like that, straight. And then, let's see if I can do this. I just make a little mark like that. And then I can see that there's one hair at the bottom that needs to come off. Obviously there's quite a few in the middle. You can attempt waxing if you want. I just don't want to deal with the potential disaster that it could be. And so what you're going to do for the arch is you go on the outside of your pupil, right? Your pupil's the black part and the outside's the iris, right? I think so. So again, you're going to use your nostril as the anchor, and then wherever your pupil is looking straight on, that's where you're gonna make another little mark. I'm gonna have to do this in my mirror. Kind of messed up, so it's the one furthest out. And then the last one is, again, you're gonna use the side of your nostril as an anchor and go out to the tail. Sorry. Gonna use the side of your nostril as the anchor and follow the outside of your eye. Now, as you can see, that does take off a bit of the tail. I'm probably gonna leave that last so I can decide as I'm doing it if I want to take off a little bit of hair from the back or leave it. I will map out the other side and then we'll get to plucking. So I bought these tweezers from MAC. It came in like a Christmas set like a really long time ago. I actually don't think I even bought them. I think they were given to me. They're fantastic, but you can get like Tweezerman, you can get different brands. Revlon, I believe, has good tweezers at Walmart. It's just, you know, those tweezers where it doesn't create enough pressure and then you're just pulling on the same hair again and again. Don't want that. So invest in some tweezers if you're going to be doing this. So I like to start in the middle because that's just kind of a free-for-all. You're just pulling and pulling and plucking. So I'm gonna just start pulling them out. It's good to have lights so you can really see those hairs. And then again, going with the line, there is, I'm gonna remove that hair. And there's like one hair legitimately where I drew, I'm gonna remove that. And this is where I'm saying don't be heavy-handed, because maybe I'll just get like super close. You can see I have lots of little hairs going here. I find it's nicer just to take your time and kind of sculpt how you want your eyebrow to look, rather than even going heavy-handed with the markers that I drew. It's just, you're gonna make less mistakes, you're gonna be less prone to over plucking. So I like to go and find the hairs that are like way down that just need to go. And I do like to keep this area straight. My cat's being a very bad boy. What was your first experience getting your eyebrows done? I got mine waxed and I got like a reaction to the wax. You know, when you get those little white bumps because it like hurts. Oh, and I wore the wrong shirt today because I am hot. Ooh, that one hurt. And then see, if I keep on top of this, I won't have as many hairs, it won't be as painful. So just keep on top of it. Oh! See, like that one is just out of range, needs to go. Needs to go. Oh, make sure to breathe. This isn't for quitters. And then look in a bigger mirror, look at your whole face, make sure you're not overdoing it. Brush them out, see how you like them. So I already naturally have a bit of an arch in my eyebrow. I don't really need to carve one out too much, but I am just going to clean probably up till there. Like, take those little eyebrows out, clean a little down here, and then we're gonna go up top. Oh! Some of them are in there. Okay, so here's an example of how you can overpluck. I was looking at this one. Now see, if I take, here, let's get close. If I take that away, look how much thinner my tail becomes. Just leaving a few really helps create more hair. Whew. Painful. All right, so now I'm just going to go up top here. Let me get so close. I'm just going to pull some of these hairs out, and especially on the tail. Again, it just really helps define the eyebrow really nicely. Okay, so I just wiped off the little markers, and I made a mistake a few weeks ago of trimming my eyebrow hairs too short. So let me show you how I should have done it and how you should probably do it too. So when I cut my eyebrow hairs too short, what I did was I took this, held it up, and then cut the eyebrow hairs that were like above the eyebrow line. So if you look, it's like where the top roots are, the hairs that go above that, that's what you trim. So if I do something like this, see how all those eyebrow hairs are now way above, but if I just brush them, they don't stay up there. And that's where I went wrong. So then my eyebrow hairs looked really short. It wasn't good. And I barely need to trim. Like there's that one, and I like to keep the ones at the front shorter. So I kind of go in a bit. My eyebrow is so red. And now that I have the marker off, I can see just a few more hairs that I missed. This is when it's good to have a bit of a magnifying mirror, just use it with caution. But I still have a few hairs that are maybe out of place if you were to go to a salon, but doing it at home, I think it makes it more unique, a little more like a romantic look and easy. But when I do my eyebrows, they look well kept and well done. So it's like you get those two lifes out of your eyebrows. You get like the natural beauty eyebrows, and then you get the sharp makeup stunning eyebrows. All right, now let's go to the other side. Again, just starting in the middle. Okay, there wasn't as much on this side. So now we're going to go underneath and just clean out those obvious hairs that aren't supposed to be there. Using the markers for the arch, for roughly where the eyebrow will end. And in here, I like to keep it pretty straight. Because I've taken out all the obvious hairs that are going, like they're just way out of place, I like to rebrush and then reassess. Do I need to take any more out, or am I just over plucking? Also make sure that they look even. For example, I find that if I pluck too many hairs under here, it's more of an obvious arch. There's almost like a bit of a bald spot where I don't, or like there's somewhere right in here that if I overpluck the hairs, that would make me think it's gonna match this arch. There's then not enough hairs in the back to like fill it out. So then it looks like I've given myself a thinner arch, and I don't want that. So I'm definitely not, I'm just gonna go slow. But like, I know these ones down here, I don't need that one. Do I want to keep this one? I'm gonna wipe off this side and then we'll see where we are. I'm gonna cut this side now. So again, brushing, we can do. But I think that's how I'm going to leave them. Their eyebrow hairs have been intentionally left in. I'm happy with the ratio of the eyebrow head, the arch, and the tail. And then for the last few years, I've been really into like the fluffy, not fluffy, but more the laminated eyebrow look. But I found they were hard to like get color into because it's like a waxy, you know, like the Anastasia brow freeze. I also used the Refi clear eyebrow gel. I found that it made it hard for any like eyebrow pencil to get onto the skin, which is how I always used to do my eyebrows, was eyebrow pencil. And then eventually I learned, oh, clear eyebrow gel is amazing. Anastasia, Beverly Hills, the thin eyebrow pencil, used to love those. And then I also loved MAC. But I just wanted to try Benefit. They have great eyebrow products, and you know, you heard everyone rave about them, but I never got to try them for myself because I liked the other brands. Gotta say, these have won me over. I would say my new favorite is the Precisely My Brow Wax. This is their deepest shade, which is, I believe, a cool soft black. I think if I got a shade later, I'd maybe be able to put a bit more product in. But I like when my eyebrows are dyed darker. And because the price of that has gone up a bit, I'm just trying to find an easier way to replicate it. and I don't want to dye my own eyebrows. I know lots of people do that. That's not me. That's not my journey. I want to be able to wash it out if I don't like it. So I'm going to start with the eyebrow wax. I know my eyebrows are still really red, so just ignore. Notice that it doesn't show up too much on camera, the difference when I put the tinted brow wax in, but in real life, it just gives it a little bit of nice color, a nice little tint. And you can go in a bit more if you want them like thicker. I like to leave the front, you know, not put too much product in there. Even though I did, and now I look crazy. Usually if I'm going to be going out and doing stuff, I like to use the clear eyebrow gel just to really slick it in place. I do still like having that fluff. I think this is kind of a modern, in my mind, like a 2024 eyebrow. It's taking a bit more structure and not having such fluff, especially with the lamination look. I find it was like the eyebrows were usually a bit lighter. Everyday beautiful, but it can also be dressed up and look really sharp and like makeup-y. Beautiful, well done. All those good adjectives. Yeah, I really like them. The redness will come down. I'm not going to put any makeup on because I think that can sometimes create little pimples. So just take care of your eyebrows. What would you say is your favorite step of makeup, or that you find like makes the biggest difference? And for me, really eyebrows and eyelashes. I think it's good to invest in those areas with a good mascara. Good mascara can still be from the drugstore, but a mascara that works with the eyelashes that you have, and just finding out how to do the right eyebrows for you, whether that's tinting them a bit with a pen or how I like to use the brow wax. But thanks for watching today's video. I hope you learned some good tips, especially for eyebrows, because why is no one talking about eyebrows anymore? Bring back the conversation of eyebrows. Bring them back to your tutorials. I hope you enjoyed. Hit the thumbs up, leave a comment for me because I love to respond and have some interaction with you. And I will see you in next week's video. Bye-bye.